What we had going on here was a bunch of hardworking people that just got the job done. And sometimes there was no method to the madness.
There wasn't much of a guidance. We worked, but without having or seeing the light at the end of the tunnel or a vision, right? It was just more work, 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 work. Every day we work, 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 work.
So you have a group of new leadership coming on board that wants to make change. I've always kind of said this about the Isaac team. They get entrenched, they come in, they get very involved. They kind of try to do the jobs themselves to try to take a look at it from that person's perspective, because at the end of the day, when they're done with their project, it still has to get done from the people that are already here. That level of empathy, when you're doing that diagnostic, makes it that much more, I think, compelling.
Antes era muy diferente, pero ahora sí es, yo digo que es mejor tener un líder para saber qué vamos qué trabajo va a seguir, qué producto. Es buena idea.
Now they're looking at it as a process. Now they're looking at it going, how can I do it a little bit better? You know, it's this ownership and the sense of pride, and part of it really comes down to the fact that we're giving that huge tool to the folks on the production floors to own the change. And at the end of the day, we have to get orders out, but when we can do it better, we can do it faster, and we can do it in a manner that they feel that they've contributed more than they did before, it's empowering.
There's monitors that were installed, so as the packers are packing, they're visually live seeing the results. If the green light drops to red, you know, it's a sign. Okay, I gotta pick up the pace a little faster. So the motivation is always seeing the screens green.
Sí ha cambiado mucho, porque las empacadoras miran cómo van y a veces sí dicen, oh, vamos bajo, y como que tratan de, o más que nada yo como la líder, trato de ver que vamos bajo y decirles que empaquen más rápido para poder subir el nivel.
Truly, it's about a partnership, and the biggest selling point, Isaac, is you can call anybody in that team, and everybody has the same attitude. They're not just engineers, they're business process partners. And you know, we can have conversations about HR and how to not just look at a process from moving a widget from A to B. They look at things from this holistic point of view that I don't think other consulting organizations would ever think about. And that's awesome. I cannot, if there's somebody else I could recommend to be in a partnership with, it's these guys.